Question 30D. The formula to calculate z-scores can be rearranged to give x bar equals x minus sz, where x bar is the mean, x is the score, s is the standard deviation, and z is the z-score. Part 1. In an examination, Aaron achieved a score of 88, which corresponds to a z-score of 2.4. Substitute these values into the rearranged formula above to form an equation. Okay, so we don't know the mean, we don't know the standard deviation, okay, but we do have the raw score and we do have the z-score. So that'll be x bar is equal to, now x is the raw score, so Aaron achieved 88, minus s multiplied by the z-score of 2.4. And we could just simplify that just a little bit further, minus 2.4 s. Part 2. In the same examination, Brock achieved a score of 52, which corresponds to a z-score of negative 1.2. Using this information, form another equation and solve it simultaneously with the equation from part 1 to find the values of x bar and s. Okay, so let's form another equation. So this is Brock's score. Okay, and we have x bar is equal to, now Brock achieved a raw score of 52 minus standard deviation multiplied by z-score of negative 1.2. Okay, now I might just simplify that. So minus s multiplied by minus or negative 1.2. So that'll actually make it plus, and minus not multiplied by a minus, or a negative times a negative result in a positive. So that's 1.2 s. Okay, and now we're going to solve it simultaneously with this equation here, the one that we came up with in part 1. Okay, so from part 1, we have x bar is equal to 88 minus 2.4s. Okay. Now we could either use elimination or substitution method. Actually, it doesn't really matter. We have x bar is equal to 52 plus 1.2s. X bar equals 88 minus 2.4s. These two x bars are the same. It's the same mean. It's the same group of data, so it's exactly the same average. So if the two left-hand sides are equal, that means the two right-hand sides must also be equal. So 52 plus 1.2s is equal to 88 minus 2.4s. So what we're going to do is solve for the standard deviation, and then we can solve for the mean. So sort of knocking out one of the variables. Okay, let's move everything over to one side. So 1.2s plus 2.4s is equal to 88 minus 52. Okay. So 1.2 plus 2.4 should give us 3.6 is equal to 88 minus 52, and that gives you 36. That's very convenient. Okay, so S is equal to 36 divided by 3.6, which equals 10. So that's our standard deviation. So x bar, and we can use any equation we like. We could use top equation, it doesn't really matter, or this equation here. In fact, let's just use this one, probably just as easy. Is equal to 52 plus 1.2 multiplied by s, which we've now found is equal to 10. So evaluating that, okay, so 52 plus 1.2 multiplied by 10 is equal to 64. Okay, so therefore x bar is equal to 64, and the standard deviation is equal to